On Wednesday, former President Donald Trump paid a visit to East Palestine, Ohio, delivering truckloads of bottled water in the aftermath of a train derailment earlier this month that left the small town in shambles. Former President Trump once again shows that while everyone else sits around and talks, or in this case, the Biden administration ignored serious problems for the American people, he is a man of action and shows empathy for the little guy that the elitists on the left cannot fathom or stomach. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we're the antidote to the daily onslaught of radical woke Marxist propaganda. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg was recently asked if he's going to visit East Palestine. He told the reporter that he already answered those questions, and who the hell was she, the peasant, to ask him again? But she was tenacious and continued to press him. So he said that he would, but right now he's taking some personal time. Give it a watch.
Jenny Terr with the Daily Caller News Foundation. What do you have to say to the folks in Ohio, East Palestine, who are suffering right now?
Well, I'd refer you to about a dozen interviews I've given today, and if you'd like to arrange a...
So he can't talk to her. Okay, she's there on the spot, gave a dozen interviews. He's trying to say, you're beneath me, go away.
Conversation. Make sure to reach out to our press office, but I can have that conversation with you. Just...
Be gone with you. We are not amused. Reach out to our press office.
You don't have a message for them?
I do, and I shared it with the press many times today.
Now, what kind of a smacked ass is that? I do have a message, and I shared it with them, and I'm not going to give it to you. Oh.
I'd refer you to those comments.
Would you mind sharing it with us?
No, I'm going to refer you to the comments that I made to the press because right now I'm taking some personal time and I'm walking out.
Taking some personal time. How much personal time does this guy take? You remember at the beginning of the regime when he took 2 months paternity leave? I mean, it wasn't even his blood kid, let's be honest, and he's got the guy at home that could do this. We were in the middle of a supply chain crisis, and this jackass was AWOL. But like the man he is, former President Trump actually made a trip there to meet with the people there and to help as many as he can. Okay, he brought along with him truckloads of water, about 14,000 bottles to be exact, for the people of East Palestine who are suffering from one of the biggest chemical spills in our nation's history that the Biden administration just seems oblivious to. They just don't seem to give a damn about it. The way this went, the Biden administration declined a request for federal aid for the people of East Palestine. They just didn't give a damn about it. So Joe Biden wasn't about to head there. He had more important things to do, like go visit Ukraine to give them another check for millions of your tax dollars. But once the administration, this phony-ass administration, learned that Trump was going, they changed their tune all of a sudden and said that Joe would go too, but they sent the EPA administrator instead. They also changed their tune as far as sending federal aid. Now, I don't know yet if they did anything like that, but in other words, Donald Trump is still a mover and shaker in this country to support and defend the American people, even when he's out of office. And better than anything this administration has done so far on this incident, Donald Trump has come through so far. Okay, let's just give it a listen at the beginning. We're not going to play the whole thing, but let's just give it a listen, and you tell me if this man doesn't care.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's an honor to be here. It's an incredible place and some incredible supporters and people that have worked with us for a long time, and we've been here for them. And even a few days ago, we had some of our top people come up, and it's an honor. And
he's been there for a few days.
In
his people,
East Palestine, to show our love and support for our fellow Americans and this hour of need, and that's what it is. It was an hour of need, but they've done some incredible work in a very short period of time, and they're getting a lot of credit for it, and they have to be getting credit. We tell you that when they do good, and we tell you when people do bad. Your chief and your police and your mayor and everybody else, they've done incredibly. And Bill, JD's been here for 4 days. I've been watching him every day. JD Vance has been incredible. To the people of East Palestine and to the nearby communities in Ohio and Pennsylvania, we have told you loud and clear, you are not forgotten. You are not forgotten.
That's all people want to hear, folks.
For you, and we will say
that's all people want to hear. But Pete Buttigieg said, "Get out of my face."
With you in your fight to help answer and the accountability that you deserve. We'll have that accountability. It'll all be out there very clearly. I want to thank Senator J.D. Vance for being here. I want to thank Congressman Bill Johnson, very special friends of mine. They became really very good friends of mine. I also want to recognize a man who has been working tirelessly for this community since the beginning of the nightmare. And Trent, where's Trent? He's very easy to find. Huh?
Very easy to find.
Thank you very much. I'll call you up in a second.
Yeah, I've seen him all over the news. That guy's done a lot.
In addition, let me express our tremendous respect and admiration for all of the police and firefighters and first responders.
Can you imagine Joe Biden even giving a speech like this?
And all over the country, there's such heroes, but this was a great example of it because that was a very.
While Joe Biden tells you that his patience is wearing thin and that he keeps doing things to insult you, this man is praising Americans. He's telling you you're not forgotten. You're not a piece of shit, what this administration believes of you. You're good people, and you deserve better.
Dangerous looking sight. So I want to thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
According to John Rourke, CEO of Blue Line Moving, which transported the pallets of water that Trump brought to East Palestine, they moved 13 pallets of water totaling over 14,000 bottles for the small town. Quote, Joe Biden, Pete Buttigieg, stay away. The real president is here taking care of American citizens. Make sure those Ukrainian pensions are taken care of, Rourke said. Yeah, it's very plain to see that the Biden administration, the way they feel about middle-class America, they hate your guts. They hold you in contempt. I mean, we see Buttigieg that couldn't be bothered to answer a question, hasn't shown up there when a train derailment happened causing a chemical spill this awful, and he's the transportation secretary. President of the United States never made a trip. The real president, as Rourke said, made the trip, right? But they sent Michael Regan out, the EPA administrator, and he gave platitudes as well. I'm telling you, folks, the people that are running this country, they don't give a damn about you. So the derailment happened on February 3rd. Today's the 23rd. Buttigieg finally showed up. And from what I understand, he did a photo op, spoke with a few administrators, and then took off. He didn't even speak with the people there. It's so typical of this administration. So it was a hell of a contrast, wasn't it? To see what the administration has been doing and just to hear Donald Trump say, you know what? We care about you. We're here to help. We're going to do anything that we can out of office, but we're going to do anything we can to make things better for you. That's the contrast. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for spending time with us. Visit rpwmedia.com to read all of our stories and stay informed. We'll see you in the next one.
Every day I'm looking for a way to return to the time when everything was easy to learn. Don't know when it started to get so serious.